What's up? This is Robert from Existence First. I'm here with a new Wednesday segment called Report on the Human Condition. I'm making this video from planet Earth right now, and like all of you, I am on planet Earth right now and I won't be here forever. By definition, that makes me and all of you visitors. I am a visitor to planet Earth, and therefore I'm going to make my report on what I observe in the human species known as Homo sapiens. Well, this week what I observe in Homo sapiens is the following. I see people not really understanding that they're buying into an identity. They might realize or employ their identity, they might know that it's there, but they don't recognize that it's an illusion. It's an illusion. And what I explained this a little bit more in depth in Monday's podcast called Enter the Mind, episode 6 that I do with my friend Kira. But this concept of the identity is a self-made, a concept of the mind. It's a construct, right? It's a mental construct. And there are reasons why we use this idea of the self and the identity. It makes communication very easy. When I can say me, you, he, she, them, it makes it very clear who I'm talking about when I communicate. But at the same time, it's really an illusion. Okay, and if you're not understanding why, then go check out the Enter the Mind podcast, episode 6. That being said, this mental construct of the self can be taken in a positive or a negative way. I see a lot of human beings taking it in a negative way, a limiting way, or they sort of identify with these tribes, especially with the elections coming up. People are thinking, oh, am I a Democrat or Republican? Am I this or that? Are you red? Are you blue? Are you Gryffindor or Slytherin? I think those are the words. Are you Montague or a Capulet? And so throughout all of history, we have these tribes, or these, the human being perceives things in terms of contrast and comparison. So when people are trying to figure out what is their sense of belonging, a large portion of that is identifying who they're not, right? But there's a downside to that, because a lot of people identify with these disempowering identities, such as, I'm just not an athletic person. I'm not an organized person. I'm not an outgoing person. I'm a shy person, this or that. It's so disempowering, and it's so sad that very, very few human beings are actually using identity in a positive way. One example, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger, from the age of 14, if not earlier, knew that he was going to be the bodybuilding champion of the world. That was the identity that he took on at such an early age, and his behaviors, everything flowed out of that energy. He ended up accomplishing a lot, and it drove him, right? It spurred growth rather than hampered growth. So I think he's a good model to look up to. And there are many more who have done the same thing, but the point is using identity as a catalyst for growth, not as a cause of holding back and becoming less. Think deeply and put your existence first.